Welcome to the semifinals here on Finals Day at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. Two Californians going head-to-head. Lakey Peterson versus Courtney Conlogue. Conlogue already with 2 bells to her name, and both starting equal ninth after getting knocked early in the round of 16 on the Gold Coast. So positive movement up the Jeep leaderboard for these two, as they've had a lot of great memories, pushing each other to the limits. Lakey with 3 wins over Courtney. Courtney, though, with the lead of 4 wins over Lakey in her career. They've been very familiar with each other over their childhood, battling up and down the California coast. As we got to set out the back, Lakey Peterson and Courtney Conlogue fighting for a final. Conlogue setting up this inside track. She'll fade. So talented in heavy water conditions. Bit of turbulence on that top turn wrap for Conlogue. Swinging back into the pocket. Now it's starting to really bowl up for Courtney. Squares up vertical. Hangs on to the airdrop in transition. And now looking to finish strong. Solid connection there to stay on her feet and put pressure straight on Lakey Peterson. Judges are going to love that.
Yeah, they are, Joe. And it's just the comfort level that Courtney Conlogue has out here at Bells Beach. You know, just a little bit of a look over the shoulder there, making sure she's on the right piece of water. And then as she comes through this inside, the wave starts to stand up. Courtney looks like she's gone down in length as far as her equipment goes. It's a little bit more maneuverable than yesterday. And then this maneuver right here, she comes off the bottom. Total commitment there from Courtney Conlogue with a free fall drop. And, you know, as the conditions get crazier and a little bit more sort of heavy water wave, Courtney Conlogue steps up her performance as she does all the time here at Bells. She looks so good out here.
Smith looking for a matchup with John Florence, it's his neighbor now. Well, Jordy moved to Oahu on the North Shore, and his next door neighbor is John. They spent a lot of time surfing together. As we look at Lakey Peterson trying to answer to Courtney Conlogue. Looking pretty casual on this wave, and actually holding her lower back there on the kick out. Not what you want to see on the opening strike for Lakey Peterson.
Let's have a look here. First turn, kind of a little bit ginger off the bottom there, and another turn, obviously standing straight up, and that generally means a sore back. We saw Mikey Wright, very similar style as far as that upright back position, and you can see her reaching for that. Joe, is there any inside information on whether she injured herself or not? That doesn't look normal for me for Lakey Peterson.
We'll try to find out what's happening there. Meanwhile, Courtney's going to try to capitalize. Calls herself the Sea Tiger. Absolute animal when she hits the lineup. One of the toughest competitors in the draw anywhere around the world, especially at Bells. There's that layback. Framed it up nice and early before that end section shut down. And she'll back up the 7.67. 25 minutes on the clock. Oftentimes a world champs event when you look at the final 2 on the podium. How'd you like this one, Potts?
Yeah, well, it's just a good backup. What a way to start, though, with that 7.67. So Courtney knows that. She's a competitive machine when it comes to shutting heats out. And this turn right here.
And they based it probably on those jet ski rides through a lot of turbulence, because it's happened to her in the past. Chipping into this one is Lakey Peterson. And unfortunately can't really spring into that first section. Still trying to hang in there down the line. And just a soft turn there, a tough one for Lakey. She's been in 2 semifinals here at Bells in the past. She's never been a part of the final. And it looks like in this kind of pain, how demanding the wave is at Bells, it's going to be almost impossible to get through Courtney. So Courtney and Lakey, the big hope for California to get a world title this year. Peterson dealing with some back pain. Has had a tough approach in this semifinal. You can see how casual she is there, still with the intent to put up a big number. Draws that top turn line and will deal with some pain on the rebound. See Lakey in this condition. Courtney is enjoying this set wave out the back. Deep on that one, out in front on the open face for a quick top turn slash, and she'll fade into the pocket now. Nice clean work on the open face. Conlogue hits the lip and runs out of room. I love how she can identify the lip line, pick the solid maneuver on her 7.67 finish, and she looks like she could be improving once again.
Yeah, it's about identifying it, but then also unleashing the right turn at the right time. I think, you know, we've seen a lot of surfers come unstuck at that end section.
Had to deal with some serious consequence of wave energy focusing down there for a pretty scary heat in his career. Big belt off the top for Conlogue, two-time Bells champ. Looking for a third bell this year. Love the power and timing of that big hack out the back, and she's got some room. A little chatter on the open face now, and she'll throw down the top turn, hangs on to the recovery of that finish. Courtney's big turn out here was incredible.
Yeah, just the commitment that she shows, throwing everything at that first maneuver, and then the wave kind of let her down just a little bit, so just some filling work, but all the points really going to come from that opening turn. Looking to replace a 5.33, and let's have a look at this end section. And you talk about all that lump and bump, and the thing with riding a longer board, Joe, it seems to be able to deal with that lump and bump.
Off the bottom, Lakey drawing off some of her better turns in this heat. Holding that line, clean top turn wrap, even with the back pain. She had a couple of classic Bells maneuvers there.
I mean, she looked fantastic through there. Obviously, you know, driving through the pain barrier. But that's kind of surfing that's kind of got Lakey right up here into the semifinals. And what a shame. This was going to be an incredible surf-off between these two. Right out the back, Lakey Peterson trying to get herself back in the heat. You can see how hard it was for her just to get to her feet. Now starting to milk this one through. Watch these turns here. Searing maneuvers from Lakey Peterson. That board looks unbelievable under her feet. And again, a nice little slicing turn from Lakey.
2:55 to go. Conlogue already out the back. She'll chip into a solid one. Flying down the line. Sneaks in a quick turn under the whitewater. Starts that turn quickly before the oncoming section, and she'll ride down with the mountain. Staying solid on her feet through the power of the Southern Ocean. Conlogue, high score 7.67, 6.83 is her low, with a massive lead, and then just enjoying a very uncrowded lineup here at Bells Beach. When she was defending her title on the Gold Coast, so that was an equal 9th result. And now here in the semifinal, a 3rd place position. We're into the countdown. Courtney Conlogue will be in another Rip Curl Pro Bells final with a shot to win a 3rd bell. Semifinal number 2 up next with world number 1.